Hey, I'm Jeremiah, and I'm going to teach you the basics of the rolling style of contact juggling. If you haven't already, check out the first video in this series to get a little bit more information about contact juggling in general. Here we're going to dive into the basics of the rolling style. Let's get started. The first trick that you need to learn is called the butterfly. The butterfly is basically just tossing the ball from the palm and catching it on the back of the hand in this wiper-like motion. If I emphasize the toss a little bit more, it would look like this. But basically, you just get comfortable enough holding the ball on the back of your hand and doing that little tiny toss so that instead of going into the air, it just rolls over the fingertips. So the key thing is getting comfortable holding the ball on the back of your hand. And that's what we'll spend most of our time practicing right now. So getting good at the butterfly is all about training the back of your hand as your first balance point. So you can actually train any balance point using this method that I'm about to show you. And it's designed to make it as efficient and quick for your body to learn as possible. Here's how it works. The first step is being able to just place the ball on the back of the hand and not have it roll off. What does it take to do that? Well, I like to use this fork, sort of a modified peace sign, and then I balance the ball between these four knuckles. And I splay the hand out as much as possible to create a nice little shelf for the ball to stay on. Once I can balance the ball in this new position, then you want to start moving the ball around and getting comfortable with a new range of motion. At first, even the slightest movement might cause the ball to fall off your hand. But as you get more comfortable, you'll be able to start doing more dramatic movements, turning in circles, going up, going down, to the left, to the right. You really want to have as much of a range as possible. And you're going to develop this over time. This is a practice you should come back to in time, getting really comfortable with that ball on the back of your hand. The next step will be to begin tossing and catching the ball in that position. A good place to start is raising the ball up and just lowering it really fast, sort of simulating a toss and a catch, absorbing the force of the ball coming down and decelerating it, not stopping it dead. Then you can start trying to toss it ever so slightly and absorb that catch. This makes you that much more comfortable with the back of the hand as a catching position. You can also catch it in the palm and then switch to the back of the hand. As we approach the butterfly, the next step will be to just throw and catch the ball on the back of the hand in that windshield wiper-like motion. Notice that I use the elbow as the hinge at this stage. Notice I'm still just barely tossing the ball, and as I start to do it slower and slower, you get closer and closer to the butterfly. As you refine your butterfly, you can then do a few different emphasis. Right now we're doing the windshield wiper-like motion, which creates sort of a rainbow arc over the top with the elbow as the hinge. You could also create more of a figure eight style with the elbow leading. And notice the path of the ball creates a figure eight shape. There's also ball-led figure eight, where the elbow follows, creates a little bit different look. But at first, just go with the windshield wiper, and if you want to start to refine it a little bit, you can start to get a little more of that flowing figure eight shape as well. Next, you need to go through exactly the same process, getting comfortable with the ball on your left hand. Remember, first, just figure out how to hold it there. Start to increase your range of motion. Start to move the ball up and down, getting used to decelerating the ball, eventually moving up to the toss. A lot of contact juggling rolls involve being really good at the butterfly with both hands. So don't skimp on your left hand practice. So you just learned the butterfly by learning how to balance a ball on the back of your hand. I really want to stress this process that I just went through because you're going to return to this process many times throughout your contact juggling to learn different balance points. For example, if I want to learn how to balance a ball on a forearm and roll the ball out there to that forearm consistently, I'm going to go through exactly the same process. First, I have to figure out the mechanics of my body and how to place the ball there and just hold it there. Then I go through the process of increasing my range of motion, moving it to the left and the right, going down, going up, turning in a circle with it. Then I need to start playing around with catching the ball there. In this case, it's a little harder to throw the ball from the elbow, but not impossible. Worth experimenting with. Throw it from the other hand. Get used to catching the ball in your new balance point position. And then, really, what's the difference between catching the ball there and rolling the ball there? Not a whole lot. Once you've gone through those steps, then you're ready to do more advanced maneuvers like that roll. Now we're going to talk about the various hand transfers and how the butterfly is incorporated into these transfers. We only have two hands, and each hand has two sides, which means there are 4 different fundamental hand transfers. Palm to palm, back of the hand to palm, palm to back of the hand, and back of the hand to back of the hand. I'm going to go through the most common butterfly hand transfers, and we'll do a few basic transfers in between as well. First, we're going to talk about palm to palm transfers, and the first one I want to show you is the walk. Basically, you got to look at the hand as having many different parts. There's the back of the hand or the palm, and then you've got your fingertips and everything in between. So you want to get used to having control and slowly rolling the ball from the back of the palm to the fingertips before you transfer to the palm of the next hand. Rolling it down to the fingertips, transferring to the palm. Now, you want to do this as slowly and controlled as possible, moving the hand under the ball. This starts getting into the world of isolations, which we deal with in the other tutorial in this series. As you do it more and more over the coming days, you'll find this can get smoother and smoother. Just make a point of really defining where exactly the ball goes in your hand every time. Every time I do it, I make sure that it goes between the index and the middle finger as it rolls down my hand. This will really help make it consistent in the long run. You can also work with the hands sidelong so that it rolls along the fingertips. Same thing in that you need to identify the different parts of the hand that the ball is resting on. It's between the pinky and the ring finger. Now it's between the thumb and the index finger. Increasing your range of motion. Once again, this starts to get more into the world of isolations, but it is another version of a hand transfer. You could also do it in a circular motion, like so. We'll get into more of this in the isolations tutorial that is complementary to this video. The last palm-to-palm transfer involves using the butterfly, at least most of the time. The basics of it is to just take the ball and do a little circle with it. Notice that I'm transferring from the palm to the palm. So getting comfortable with this motion right here is particularly useful. And then when it gets to the fingertips, give it a little flip to get it to come around. Learn it both directions. To incorporate the butterfly, once you finish the transfer, enter the butterfly. So the butterfly starts from the palm and goes to the back of the hand. And then to re-enter the transfer, you butterfly from the back of the hand to the front, do the transfer, and then butterfly again. Break it down in 2 steps. So it starts on the back of the hand, butterfly to the palm, do the transfer, to the other palm, and then butterfly again. If you can't stop in each position, then you don't really have the control that you need to be able to do the move consistently and smoothly. Next, we're going to go from the back of the hand to the palm and make that connection right there, fingertips and the palm. Just get used to rolling it back and forth. This has an added bonus of helping you practice the next one just a little bit. Once you go to the palm, then you're going to butterfly and transfer it to the next hand. Get used to it. Transfer, or butterfly. Transfer, be able to stop in each position. Butterfly, transfer to the palm. Butterfly, transfer to the palm. As you get more and more comfortable with it, you can make it smoother and smoother. I like to emphasize a figure 8 shape with this particular transfer. And you've already briefly been introduced to the next one. Now we're doing palm to back of the hand transfer. Once again, make sure you're used to just the feeling of rolling it to the back of the hand. Then when it's at the back of the hand, you're going to butterfly and transfer from the palm to the back of the hand. Once again, you should be able to stop at any point along the path. And finally, back of the hand to back of the hand. There's a few different ways to do this one. Let's start with fingertip to fingertip. So you're just literally going to make that transfer. Pretty straightforward there. And from here you can butterfly open, butterfly closed, transfer, butterfly. So this just gets you used to transferring from the back of the hand to the back of the hand. You can also play along with a sidelong transfer where you roll it down between the fingers to the other hand. This helps develop good back of the hand control and is a great exercise to play with, even if it's not a trick that you're necessarily going to show people. And the most important one, in my opinion, the back of the hand transfer that rolls down the arm just a little ways. So here's what's happening here. I'm starting with it in my fork, and I bring the other hand around to the front, and I basically create a little channel between my arms that the ball can roll. And when I bring that other hand around to the front, I've got my fork right there ready to go to receive the ball. Then I can use that free hand to come back around to the front, create a new channel for the ball to roll on, and receive it in the fork on the other side. So the hand that just passed off the ball always moves to the front to become the next receiver. Rolling it down the arm to be received by the fork. You can then combine this with a palm-to-palm transfer to create a nice little loop. Thanks so much for joining me on this dive into the fundamentals of the rolling style of contact juggling. This video was made possible by a grant from Fund the Flow Arts that seeks to make the juggling and flow arts more accessible to people all over the globe. If you want to learn a little bit more about what I do, access more tutorials, or just support the channel in general, check out Juggling with Jeremiah on any of the major platforms, and especially come check out the Patreon, where you can watch all these tutorials totally ad-free without even a subscription. Or you can help support the channel there. Thanks so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Go learn those isolations.